Texas is gearing up for what could be its largest surge at the border as 60,000 migrants are expected to reach the state within just the next few weeks. One former border official sounding the alarm on where they're coming from and what's driving them to the U.S.
The result of that is the message goes out, and then instead of having a couple of hundred encounters a day, we quickly went up to about 6,000. A little bit of the misleading messaging in the public today too is they think this is just Mexico or South America. Border Patrol caught people from 150 different countries coming through Mexico into the United States. The real thing that's changed is the focus on border security in general and acknowledging that border security is critical to Homeland Security. The messaging has changed.
Thomas Feeley is a former ICE Field Office Director for Buffalo, New York, and he joins us now. Good morning to you, Thomas. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, Ainsley. Thanks for having me.
Well, what are your biggest concerns? You have so much experience with this. What are your concerns?
Well, just like the previous guest just stated, a lot of people think it's just Mexicans or people from Central and South America that are coming across the border, and that's simply not true. A ton of terrorist people, people who are national security interests are coming across the border, and we just don't know who they are. We don't know where they're going or what they're up to. And I can tell you right now, I've talked to some people yesterday and this morning. Morale is at an all-time low, and it's just people really need to be concerned about the border.
Yeah, the Border Patrol agents are completely overwhelmed. What are your friends down there on the border saying specifically?
They're overwhelmed. Like I said, morale is in the dirt. They're trying to do the best job they can. Unfortunately, love of country only goes so far. They know this administration doesn't have their back. They need more resources. And they're all asking, why did we change what we were doing prior to January? Our security, Ainsley, shouldn't be a political issue, and this is really putting all Americans at risk.
What's your reaction to what Mayorkas said? He says that he's proud of what's happening down on the border, what he's doing down there, and even if he could throw all of them out, he wouldn't.
It's bizarre. Here you have the Secretary of Homeland Security that's watching our border be overrun, and he's okay with it, and he's proud of it. Like he said, those are his words. You can't take them back. And it's just, we see on TV the illegal aliens crossing the border, but what you're not seeing is the amount of drugs like fentanyl that are killing our kids and our brothers and our sisters. And it's rolling across the border, and it's sad that nobody wants to do anything in this administration.
How is this all going to play out in the next election? Because if you talk to some critics of Joe Biden, they feel like they're being taxed to death. They're being told what their kids are learning in school. They're being told they have to get vaccinated. They have to wear masks in schools. Yet these illegal immigrants who Joe Biden wants to put through college for free on your tax dollar dime, they just feel completely abandoned by the administration. How's this going to play out in the election?
Hopefully it plays out in some way, right? I mean, this really needs to stop being a Democrat and Republican issue and be an American issue. You're putting our lives at risk. You're putting our children's lives at risk. And we all know when our family members get killed by an illegal alien, nobody really cares until it's the right family. And this has got to stop. This has got to stop being a partisan issue. It's got to be taken seriously. The Democrats and Republicans, somebody please stand up for our country, secure the border so we can take care of letting the people that need our help into the country. Because Ainsley, right now, the fact is so many illegal aliens have entered the country since January. ICE ERO, who's in charge of finding these people and making sure they go to court, will never catch up.
What about Afghanistan? I mean, it's taken over by the Taliban. Are we worried? Should we be worried about Taliban trying to get through our southern border?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the bases in New Jersey is where we're sending the Afghans to be vetted. And, they came across terrorist individuals there that were, of great concern to why they got here and how they got here. And I think the numbers were, out of all the Afghans that came into New Jersey, only 3% of all of them were actually translators and helping our government. So, here we're just exporting horrible people into our country and turning a blind eye.
That is so scary, especially when we read reports. It's being reported that some of these refugees are being able to leave these bases or these posts and take Ubers and go out into the rest of the country.
Right. And, most Americans that I talk to, because I'm one of them, we get it. People want to come to the country. We want them to do it the right way. We have the Statute of Liberty. We'll help you with open arms. But we've got to have a way to stop people who don't belong here and that are only coming here to do us harm. We got to get them out of the country.
Thomas, thank you for all your service over the years and for coming on.
Thank Thank you, Ainsley. God bless.
You're welcome. God bless you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.